Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So as we saw in the last episode, Yu Hao helped Din Xia defeated the evil soul master, Zheng. And after that, Yu Hao went to face Dragon King, where Yu Hao had to move Dragon King from his place in just 3 attacks. And this is where the next episode begins. So in the beginning of this episode, we see Yu Hao, who had understood there that if he wants to defeat the Holy Dragon King, then he will have to put all his strength here. That's why we see that Yu Hao started to collect all his power, because of which we see that a much more powerful aura was coming out of Yu Hao's body, which was going straight up to the sky. And Dragon King, who was standing there, watching all this very closely, he also says in his mind, what technique is this boy using here? His cultivation has reached the level of Soul Master. I think he's going to put all his strength in his 3 attacks. That's why he is collecting all the power of his body. But now, Dragon King was thinking all this. That's when we see that Yu Hao had also opened his 3rd eye, because of which we see that a much more powerful aura was coming out of Yu Hao's body. And Yu Hao opens his eyes there and says to Dragon King, get ready for my first attack. And saying this, Yu Hao using his Golden Dragon Supreme Palm, creating a very big special punch with the help of which he attacked Dragon King, which as soon as it comes to Dragon King had put a protective barrier all around him to save him. And as soon as their attacks collide, there is such a powerful aura released. We see that all the places around had started moving there. Even Jin Xia and Master Yan had gone back a little while scratching with his powerful attack. Yu Hao also went back a lot while scratching, seeing which Dragon King, while praising Yu Hao's attack, he says to him, that very good. Your attack was really very good. So it means that before dying, you had taught him some of your attacks. But children, now you have only 2 more chances. Hearing this from Holy Dragon King, we see that Yu Hao also, for his 2nd attack, Little Snow Queen's soul had taken out there, and with him there, a very powerful Ice Extreme attack had been done on Holy Dragon King. But to stop this attack of Yu Hao, Holy Dragon King had made a protective barrier all around him like before, and as soon as Yu Hao collides with that barrier, he flies and goes back there. But as soon as he moves back, Yu Hao very cleverly, with the help of Ice Laser Beam, had attacked the Dragon King, which as soon as collides with the Dragon King, we see that there was a big blast, seeing which Evil Soul Master Zheng, while praising Yu Hao says, I have to admit that there is something special in this boy, while Master Yan, being serious, there says to Jin Xia that when this battle will be over, after that, whatever happens, you will have to take Yu Hao back to Shrek Academy. I will stop this Dragon King, then even if I have to risk my life to stop him. After hearing this, we see that Jin Xia was also very serious there, while on the other hand, we see because of Yu Hao's powerful attack, Dragon King's feet were also frozen in the snow, but Dragon King quickly, while taking care of himself, had removed that snow from his feet. But on the other hand, we see that Yu Hao's condition was very bad, because in his attack, he had used more than 90% of his power, because of which his condition was very bad. Even blood was coming out of his mouth. But Dragon King, ignoring all this, says to Yu Hao, you only have 1 attack left. After hearing this, we see that Yu Hao was also very serious, because now he had only 1 chance to win. So we see that Yu Hao with Little Snow Queen, he takes out his soul ring, and as soon as his soul ring comes out, with that, we see that Yu Hao's hair color had also changed, and Yu Hao does not use this 2nd soul ring, but he was preparing for the attack of the 3rd soul ring, because of which we see that Yu Hao had also taken out his Ice Extreme sword, feeling the power of which, along with Evil Soul Master, Xian Jin Xia and Master Yan were also looking very surprised. But Yu Hao did not delay there, quickly with the help of his Ice Emperor sword attacking Holy Dragon King, which was so powerful that we see that, destroying everything in his way, he was moving straight towards Holy Dragon King, looking at which for a moment Dragon King was also scared, but he quickly took care of himself. Moving his hand forward, Yu Hao's sword was caught there. But in all this, we see that Dragon King had to face a lot of trouble, but Yu Hao did not stop there, and he met Little Snow Queen there, increasing the power of his attack. Although in all this, we see that Yu Hao's mouth was also coming out, but Yu Hao did not care about all this. He was doing his best to defeat Dragon King, and after Yu Hao's attack, we see that Holy Dragon King was also moving back, and at one time, Yu Hao's power had increased so much that Holy Dragon King had come to the end. So this time he had to stop Yu Hao's attack, had to use his power, where he was using the power of his Black Dragon, Yu Hao's Ice Emperor sword, which was not so easy for him, but because he was a Supreme Dolu Master, so he somehow, using his Black Dragon, Yu Hao's Ice Emperor sword, was destroyed there, with which we see that Yu Hao's sword was destroyed there. And because of the impact of that blast, Yu Hao was also flying there, but Master Yan came there quickly. He took care of Yu Hao, but because of the attack of both of them, the whole area around there was destroyed. Then Dragon King comes in front of Yu Hao and says to him, to stop your last attack, I used the power of my Black Dragon, so I have broken this condition. And now, according to the condition, you can go from here with your master, which we see that, today, Dean Zia was feeling very proud of his disciple, Yu Hao. He remembers Yu Hao's 3 attacks and says that Yu Hao used his every attack very easily. He had weakened Holy Dragon King by using his first 2 attacks, and in his last attack, he shook Holy Dragon King, defeated a Supreme Dolu Master. And remember that, Dean Zia says to Master, Yan Yu Hao's combat skills are really amazing. Hearing this from Dean Zia, we see that Master Yan tells him to be thankful. Holy Dragon King did not fight back with Yu Hao, otherwise Yu Hao would have died here. Yu Hao also thanks both of them to save his life, and looking at Dragon King, he says to himself, although I used only 3 attacks, but in my 3 attacks, I used all my power, because of which my soul power and my mental power is also exhausted. I was really lucky that I won this fight, because I did not have the courage to attack. On the other hand, we see that evil Soul Master Zhang does not like this. That Dragon King is leaving Yu Hao. That's why he tries to stop him. But Dragon King rejects him and says, I can't refuse. I promised that boy. That's why I'm leaving. But if you want to stop him, then you can. But remember, that boy has the support of 2 Dolu Masters. Not 2, but 3. Holy Dragon King says, we see that a golden energy shines in the sky. And with that, there is the entry of Master Zuhan, who was flying very fast and coming towards him, now looking at a Supreme Dolu Master. Poor evil Soul Master Zhang's air was also tight there, while Yu Hao, Jin Zia, and Master Yan, there was no place for happiness. Master Zuhan comes and stops in front of the Holy Dragon King and says to him, on which the Dragon King also turns and says to Master Zuhan, it's been a long time since I've seen you, and seeing you, it is clear that you have made a lot of progress in the past few years. On which Master Zuhan says to him, I had heard that you are dead. On which the Dragon King smiles and says to Master Zuhan, people like me don't die so easily. Your master's dead, but see, I am still standing in front of your eyes because no one can kill me. And saying this, the Dragon King started laughing while flying in the air, and with that, he disappeared somewhere in the sky, seeing which evil Soul Master Zhang also leaves there because he realized there that Master Zuhan is moving forward to attack him. After that, we see that Master Zuhan comes to his other companions and says to them, now we should go back to the Shirk Academy. After which all of them together, flying very fast, started going back to the Shirk Academy, where on the way he asks Master Zuhan, what was the relationship between the Dragon King and Master Mu? From their talks it seemed as if they knew Master Mu very well. After hearing this, we see that Master Zuhan tells him that the Dragon King and Master Mu were the most famous Dolu Masters of our continent, and about 200 years ago, in the soul fighting competition, they met, where they had the Dragon Spirit Master. Mu had the Lightning Dragon Spirit, and the Dragon King had the Dark Dragon Spirit. Together, they dominated the competition, and easily defeated all their opponents. And from there, the Lightning Dragon and Dark Dragon became famous. Together, they were winning every competition, but in the end they faced a female Soul Master. Her name was Zishui, but after that fight they became very good friends. After hearing this, we see, did they become friends? But from the words of the Dragon King, it seemed as if he hated Master Mu, on which Master Zuhan tells him, yes, because there is a reason for this, and that reason is none other than the same female Soul Master, Zishui. But what happened between the 3 of them, Master Mu did not tell me. But because of the same female Soul Master, there was a very dangerous fight between Master Mu and the Dragon King. After that fight, Master Mu was badly injured, and he came back to the Shark Academy, and after that battle, we heard that the Dragon King was dead, but in reality it was not. The Dragon King was gone for 100 years, and today, I have seen him, after 100 years. After hearing all this from Master Zuhan, we see that he asks the next question. Then what happened to that female Soul Master? On which Master Zuhan tells him, I have seen her 100 years ago, where she had already become a Supreme Dolu Master, and no one in our Dolu continent was going to confront her. But that female Soul Master made a wrong move, and she became an evil Soul Master. After hearing this, we see that Yu Hao gets a big shock, but with this, they had reached the border of Shark City. After seeing this, Yu Hao says, finally today, I'm going to meet all my friends. I hope they will all be fine. But Yu Hao was thinking all this, and Master Zuhan tells him that there is going to be an event in Poseidon Pavilion, so you have to stay there for now. After the event, I will show you a new place to live, and Master Zuhan left. After seeing this, Yu Hao asks the audience, what kind of event was Master Zuhan talking about, on which they both leave, and say that you will know about it tomorrow. After seeing them increasing their speed, Yu Hao tells them, okay, you 3 go. I have some work in the city. I have to buy gifts for all my friends, so I'm going to the city market. And Yu Hao came directly to the city market. After seeing this, Yu Hao was looking very emotional, because from this place, Yu Hao's new life had begun, and Yu Hao was missing Mr. Bibi and Tanya the most, because when he came to Shark City for the first time, he met them first. Remembering Tanya, Yu Hao says in his mind, "I hope you will be fine. Don't worry, I am back. I will find you soon." And Yu Hao was moving forward, looking at all the places. He sees a very beautiful girl, from which Yu Hao was lost in her beauty, but that girl was wearing a mask, because of which Yu Hao was not able to see her face. And in the meantime, that girl's eyes also go to Yu Hao. But after seeing Yu Hao quietly leaves. But before leaving, Yu Hao's face mask came to Yu Hao runs after the girl, so that he can return the girl's face mask. But as soon as he comes up, following the girl. Until then, the girl had gone down. Yu Hao runs after her, but this time, a train comes in her way, because of which the girl was once again disappeared from Yu Hao's eyes. But even after that, Yu Hao tries to find her, but that girl is nowhere to be seen. And when Yu Hao gets tired and looks at the mask, it was written on it. Now Yu Hao understood that this girl must be Wang Dong's sister, because when Yu Hao met Wang Dong for the last time, Wang Dong told him, "When you come back to the Shrek Academy, you will definitely get a chance to meet my sister." So Yu Hao also felt that this girl must be Wang Dong's sister. So we see that Yu Hao kept the mask with him, and Yu Hao goes back to the Shrek Academy, because he was very excited to meet his friends. And in the meantime, we also see Wang Qi, who was asking a girl the way to the Shrek Academy. After that, the scene changes, and we see Yu Hao going to his hostel room, and whoever was meeting him on the way, he was saying hello to all of them. Although many of them didn't even know Yu Hao, but Yu Hao didn't care about all this. He just wanted to meet his friends as soon as possible. But when he comes to his room, he doesn't see Wang Dong anywhere, but he sees a poster about tomorrow's event, with which Yu Hao came out of the room. And when he comes out of the room, he looks at Teacher Zhao and Master Feng Yu. Seeing them, Yu Hao quickly goes to them and asks them, "Have you seen Wang Dong anywhere?" On which Teacher Zhao smiles and tells Yu Hao, "Now you will get it in tomorrow's event." Now listening to Teacher Zhao, we see that Yu Hao was a little confused. He was not understanding what kind of event is going to happen, what kind of event is going to happen, and what kind of event is going to happen. And while thinking all this, Yu Hao was moving forward, and then Zhenqi comes from behind and tells him that this is going to be a social gathering event in which all the inner disciples participate, will go there with their partners. And not only that, in that event, we will also see many couples from the past of Shrek Academy. Listening to Zhenqi, we see that Yu Hao had lost all interest in that event, and while thinking something, he says, Wang Dong didn't like such events at all, so why is he going to participate in this event? And what is he doing? While guessing himself. After all, Wang Dong is so handsome, that's why no girl must have forced him to go with him. And while thinking all this, we see that Yu Hao came in front of Poseidon Lake, where he was thinking what kind of surprises he was going to get, because he had not met anyone other than Zhenqi. Meanwhile, we also see a girl there who was standing in front of Poseidon Lake, looking very sad. And then another girl comes to him and asks him, "Are you going to go to tomorrow's event?" In which the girl goes away. And while being there, she came in front of the same stone, and the girl was looking very sad, waving her hand, and the girl goes away. After that, we are shown the scene of the day of the event, where the city's academy was beautifully decorated, and the most beautiful Poseidon Lake was visible. And all the people who came to this event were looking very happy, but Yu Hao had not yet met his friends here. He had also come to this event with Zhenqi, where he also died. He was looking at Yu Hao with a lot of joy, but in total, there was a very peaceful atmosphere here, and all the people were looking very happy. And in the meantime, we see that all the people also come there, while Zhenqi pulls Yu Hao's leg and tells him that Wang Dong is present here. But his appearance has changed so much that I'm sure you will never recognize him here. And this is what Zhenqi pushed him forward, where he went straight ahead and came to the gate. But he was still looking for Wang Dong, but Yu Hao was still looking for Wang Dong. That's when we see that the event starts, where some female dancers dance there, according to their Chinese culture. And all the people who came there were even more happy to see their dance. And then we see a girl named Zizi and Mr. Bibi, who was going to host this event. And as soon as Mr. Bibi started the event, and with this amazing scene, our amazing episode was over. Friends, if you like this video, then like it. And if you are new to the channel, then subscribe. See you in a new video. Bye.